so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back to the institute that gave me my first degree, my first job, and my only wife. So, Chairman Sri Jamdar, Director Dr. Chaudhary, Dr. Katpatal, Dr. Borgate, respected professors, ladies and gentlemen. I am falling short of words to express my excitement to be here, to be back to this prestigious institution. And I'm tremendously proud and at the same time humbled to inaugurate Axis 2016, a unique technical festival which also one of its kind and largest in Central India. So, heartiest congratulations to the core committee for organizing such a wonderful event, and congratulations indeed. I also extend my best wishes to all the participants who are going to compete in various activities over the next 3 days. So my only assertion will be that, take it beyond. Try to commercialize, try to take your activities beyond the competition, see how you can patent it, how you can, take it to the market if you have a nice concept that actually will bring more value to the event as well as to yourself. Axis also takes me down the memory lane to an event called Udyog 95 that my batch organized, and it was, I believe, I have to give due credit to my batch. It was a one of its kind technical festival that at that time was organized at a public scale, and we believe that that kind of marked a beginning of something that was a technical festival which went beyond the institute. So it actually, I know the pain behind organizing such an event. So again, congratulations to the core committee for doing such an event. Axis, however, is a much grand event, much broader in scale and scope, which brings together the best in academia and fosters complex problem solving, creativity, technological innovation, dealing with management related challenges, as well as social impact issues. And the wide range of topics and functions covered in Axis is commendable, which also establishes Axis as one of the most forward-looking events in Central India. So, well done once again. My journey from VNIT to come to this point is one of passion, hard work, dedication, dreaming big, and I hope that it will inspire all the young minds present in this audience today and beyond. Mainly to aim high and achieve big. For someone like me who had a very modest upbringing in a family in Nagpur, it was extremely important to ensure that I maintain my focus, and not only maintain my focus but also break down my ambitions into small achievable steps. I grew up and studied in Nagpur, Pune, as was mentioned, US, and I've worked in India, US, and Asia. And by the time I was about 5 to 7 years in my career, I had actually worked in 6 different countries. And then having the business experience of working in a multicultural, multi-geographical business environment became my value proposition. So as you go along building your career, one of the things I would ask you to consider is that what's your value proposition? What are you going to be known for? What's your brand value? And try to tie that to your passion or something that you like. So what you do basically keeps interesting you, and for me, I did that, tied it to the aerospace and defense sector, which I am passionate about, and that's what keeps me going back to work every single day. Along the way, I took plenty of risks. For some I got rewarded, and in some I failed. But I kept learning and I kept marching ahead. I kept going along. What I would like to emphasize here is that it's extremely important to maintain focus and make the journey to your goals, whatever they may be, an enriching experience. Like Muhammad Ali once said, if you don't dream big, if you aren't dreaming, if your dreams don't scare you, you aren't dreaming big enough. Another career aspect I would ask you to consider is entrepreneurship, and Dr. Chaudhary talked about it. Instead of someone who demands jobs, be the one who creates jobs. And it could be in your own business, or it could be running functions in corporations or small businesses in corporations, in organizations, let's say like Airbus. For me, after 11 years of living in the US and having a very promising career and a comfortable future, moving to India was not an easy decision. But then I chose to start Sikorsky Helicopters business in India and moved my family to India. I took that as a challenge and created India's biggest integrated private sector aerospace integrated manufacturing facility that actually, when I came in, I was the first one to be here in that business, and then now it's about a 550 strong organization growing by the day. So the best part of this was that I was developing the aerospace and defense sector in India, which was actually nascent at that time, especially in the private sector. And I was making a difference in the country's aerospace and defense industry. And there is no opportunity better than serving the country. And it may or may not be in the armed forces, or you can do your bit to serve the country, and it could be in any field that you choose to do. Finally, innovation and technology is something that I would emphasize that you don't ignore going forward. Every aspect of our lives are going to be driven by products that are being innovative by the day, and also technology is something that's going to drive all the aspects of our lives and all aspects of the business. Analytics, things like analytics, graphics, simulation are changing the way we work and we live. And as you build your career, I would assert that don't ignore these things. So what are the takeaways? The takeaways are, what's your value proposition? Take plenty of risks early on. Don't forget entrepreneurship. Serve the country and focus on innovation, focus on technology. Now, my address here will not be complete without mentioning Airbus. Airbus Group has entrusted me with a tremendous responsibility to develop and expand its footprint in India. And for me, this is another opportunity to serve my country and contribute not only significantly to Airbus's business in India, but also to be the pillar in Prime Minister's Make in India campaign. Airbus already has 46 suppliers in India. We are the largest sourcing in the aerospace and defense industry. We source over $500 million of aerospace work from the country. And we have plans to significantly increase our footprint in India, which also includes establishing a final assembly, integration, testing and flight delivery facility for military airplanes, as well as helicopter manufacturing facilities. And we are going to do this not only ourselves, but when we come in, we bring in a slew of supply chain partners that actually feed into these factories. So from the Make in India standpoint, Airbus is probably the most credible partner in the aviation and defense sector. With that also come aftermarket services like line and base maintenance for aircraft, as well as component repair for aircraft and the ground staff dispatch services and so on. So it also brings with it a group of services industry that's going to be established in country over the next few years. And I'm honored to be one who will probably have the responsibility of doing more than half of what I just said. So for you, I compare you all to an aircraft that's standing facing the runway that has obtained takeoff clearance. So rev up your engines, take off and fly high. In conclusion, I will say that it's not how good you are, but how good you want to be that should drive your actions, leading to fulfilling your big dreams and ambitions on a day-to-day basis. Thank you very much.